Hey everyone, what is going on? And happy Thanksgiving. I am thankful for each and every one of you that watches my videos, that comments, subscribes, likes, follows me on Twitter. I'm thankful for all of you. Even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I know the whole world doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving. I'm still very much thankful for every single one of you. Thank you for making this an amazing year for my channel, for PvP in general. It means so much to me, and I love each and every one of you. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump into these battles. We have a really long video. It's close to a half hour today. So we did a lot of battles with my friend iScavenger. Now, his team is going to be random. He said he didn't really have a starter yet. He was waiting for Community Day, so he didn't have a team. He was just using random Pokemon. Totally cool, no big deal. I actually didn't show him my team because of that, but this was the team I was going with. Dragonite, Venomoth, Victreebel, Blaziken, Sealeo, and Kingdra. Definitely trying out Sealeo in place of Lapras. I wanted to see how it would do. I was hoping he would use a Lapras because I wanted to use a Sealeo against a Lapras. He actually doesn't have a good Lapras, he said, so he doesn't have one invested in, so that's why he didn't use it in this video. Totally fine. But yeah, Sealeo, absolutely fast. It gets to those body slams super quick. Now, as you can see, I only have one move on my Sealeo, which is Body Slam, and that's definitely going to cost me in some of these battles. You definitely want a second move on Sealeo, Aurora Beam, right? So, I didn't purchase one yet, which is kind of surprising because Sealeo's been good in previous cups. So it's like, why don't I have one invested in at the moment? I don't know. This is a decent Sealeo in terms of PvP IV, so I should have that second move on it, but I don't right now. But yeah, that's definitely going to cost me in some of these battles, and you'll see later on as we get to them. But yeah, Body Slam, you know, Sealeo gets to it super fast, so you could spam them even against Lapras. You could just spam the body slams. You could spam them against anything, right? But regardless, we do go ahead and win game one, so we're going to jump into another one. I do lead with my Sealeo, and he's going to lead with Dragonite, so we definitely have the positive matchup. Although, even though it's positive, you could see we're still taking a lot of damage from Dragon Breath. So just because we have a Sealeo with Powder Snow, obviously super effective, we're still taking a lot of damage. He's actually in the lead in terms of health right now, so you could see Sealeo's definitely good, but you know, it's still taking a lot of damage from Dragon Breath, right? So we're able to get off a couple body slams. We did take a shield. Now, I could have used a shield in this situation if I wanted to, but I knew he didn't have return on his because it's not a purified one. So if he had returned, he actually would have ended up beating our Sealeo, although it would have cost him a shield. So still a good situation for us. I couldn't get the body slam off. I don't know. I was clicking on it. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my purified Dragonite. And then we get to return, and I'm going to go ahead and click on that return right now. And he will shield it up, so we do take both of his shields. So we are +2 in shield, so that's definitely good for us. Dragonite will faint, and then we'll bring in Venomoth. Obviously, I have to block this. It's a Blizzard. I was expecting Outrage, but regardless, I have to block it no matter what it is, right? So we're going to go ahead and knock him out. He brings in his Shelgon, and we still have a shield. We're going to be able to get to the Silverwind, which will do a good amount, a really good amount to his Shelgon, and we're just going to be able to finish him off. He does get off a charge move, but again, because we have a shield saved up, it doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and block it and then just finish him off with Confusions, and Venomoth will take that game. But still, yeah, really close game, really good game as well. Picking up more Stardust, so I will take that. I will take that. So we're going to go ahead and jump into another game right now, of course. As I said, this is quite a lengthy video. I do lead with my Dragonite, he does lead with his Victreebel, so we're going to be taking resistant damage from Razor Leaf. Still taking a good amount because Razor Leaf is just a powerful move. He does switch into Sealeo, I guess trying to catch, I don't know, maybe trying to catch the Aqua Tail, but I wasn't going to use Aqua Tail on Victreebel. Maybe he just wanted to switch anyway. I do go ahead and switch into my Sealeo, although it was a little bit late on the switch. Probably should have switched earlier, but that's okay. I'm just charging up, and then we go for a body slam. Right now it's Sealeo versus Sealeo, obviously. And, you know, even if I had that second move right now, obviously we're just still going to go for body slams instead of Aurora Beam. So he's going to hit us in the face with a body slam. Totally fine. We get to a body slam. This is probably going to be a relatively common mirror match that you see. I don't know. Let me know what you guys like better. Do you like Sealeo better, or do you like Lapras better? I definitely loved Sealeo in these games. I do want to practice with it more, so we'll have to see. If I like it more than Lapras, I could totally see people going with Sealeo and Lapras, right? It makes sense. We actually get to another body slam, so we're able to hit him with it, and he does go ahead and shield it. I kind of wasn't expecting the shield, but he does go ahead and use it, so at least we take both shields. He feints us down, but I know he has body slams ready to go. I was expecting back-to-back body slams. I do go ahead and shield one. I was hoping I could knock him out before the next body slam, and we're able to do so, so I'll take that. He brings in a Dragonair of his own. We just want to get to this return, just to get as much damage off as possible against the opposing Dragonair, and he will be able to knock us out, but that's totally fine. He does get a charge move. Now, obviously, as I said, I knew it was Aqua Tail. Now, he told me he also had Dragon Pulse on this Dragonair, but he never went for it in these games because it takes a while to get to. You definitely want the Purified one, the Return, and Aqua Tail, in my opinion. But he does bring in his Victreebel, and we're going to go for the Poison Fang to finish him off. We could have fainted him down with Confusions, but that's okay. We do go ahead and win that one. So we're doing well in the beginning. He does start to catch up later on in the video, and as I said, it's going to because I don't have a second move, let's say. So this is basically the reason why. He has a Dusclops right now, and I have a Sealeo. Now, obviously, Body Slam is literally doing nothing, absolutely nothing to his Dusclops, so we need that Aurora Beam. Now, I do switch into my Dragonair because I realized he had Fire Punch, and because he has Fire Punch, I assumed he didn't have Ice Punch. I guess he could have had Fire Punch and Ice Punch, but I was thinking he probably had the Shadow Punch with the Fire Punch, so no Ice Punch on that Dusclops, kind of like how I use Ice Punch and Shadow Punch. He's using Fire Punch and Shadow Punch, so that's why I switched into Dragonair. And, he's still spamming away, right? Because Dusclops does get to those charge moves fast. We are able to get off in Aqua Tail against his Dusclops and feint it. So, at least we go ahead and take that one out. He does bring in his Tentacruel, and he's able to feint us down before I'm able to get off a charge move. I do bring in my Sealeo and click on that Body Slam ASAP just to get some damage off. He does go ahead and shield that. Totally fine. We have another Body Slam. I did charge up extra Body Slams in the beginning against the Dusclops. I don't mind charging up against Dusclops. Obviously, you don't want to fire off Body Slams, right? So he is going to hit us with an Acid Spray, and it's a good thing I didn't shield because you never want to shield an Acid Spray. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Body Slam against Tentacruel, and we're trying to get to another one, and we do. You can see how fast Sealeo is. Probably one of my favorites in this cup. I know this is the first time we're using it for this cup, but I definitely love it, and I will be purchasing that secondary move. The next time you see Sealeo in a video, it will have that second move. You also want to have that second move, right? Anyway, Aurora Beam just to hit the dragons as well, because that will be super effective. Anyway, he did hit us with an Acid Spray. We go for the Blast Burn to knock out Dragonair, and then he brings in Tentacruel, and we both go down at the same time. That Acid Spray allowed him to tie this game. So, very well played, and that is a tie for that one. So we're going to jump into another one. I do lead with my Sealeo against his Tentacruel. So obviously, Aurora Beam is not good against Tentacruel, so we do want to keep those Body Slams. Although I do switch out into my Venomoth, he does decide to go for a charge move, and I do block this fearing Hydro Pump. It's actually an Acid Spray, so he definitely caught me on that one. Probably shouldn't have shielded that. That was probably a bad play on my end, but I did go ahead and shield it. I didn't want to be hit with a surprise Hydro Pump, right? But yeah, anyway, we go ahead and go for the Poison Fang. He will shield that up, so at least we take a shield, right? So we do go ahead and take that shield. I am going to go ahead and bring in my Sealeo. I think my goal is to just try and feint down the Dragonair. I don't shield because I know I could take Aqua Tails, and he's going to get off another one. So we're going to be able to take this Aqua Tail, of course, against my Sealeo. And we do manage to successfully feint down the Dragonair with Powder Snow. And we're going to wait to see what comes in. It is going to be that Tentacruel clicking on the Body Slam just to get off some damage. And it does. I mean, we actually have back-to-back body slams, so I will definitely take that. I'm loving Sealeo, guys. I can't stress it enough. I'm definitely going to be using it more, as I said, because I want to see which I like more, Sealeo or Lapras. Who knows? Maybe I'll try a team with both of them. I could totally see that working with Sealeo and Lapras. But I'm loving Sealeo. So he does hit us with an acid spray. He actually faints us down because of that acid spray. Totally fine. I bring in my Dragonair, and then he brings in his Muck. And I was feeling pretty confident because I do have a shield. So I am going to go for the Aqua Tail against his Muck. Muck is another one I want to try out, although I don't have one for the Great League, so I can't yet. But we're going to go ahead and shield this one, and it is going to be a Thunder Punch. I believe Muck gets Acid Spray as well. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I think the regular Muck gets Acid Spray, although I've never used the Kanto Muck. So I'm not 100% sure on that. I could be wrong. But either way, we do go ahead and win that one, despite using that shield against the Acid Spray, which I probably shouldn't have done, but it's okay. So for the next match, Sealeo versus Dusclops. As you guys know, you don't like this matchup, right? I tried switching, but we're going to take the hit, but that's okay. We'll take the Shadow Punch. I don't mind taking that with Sealeo. So then I do switch into my Dragonair. We're going to take another attack, which I assume can only be that Shadow Punch because he's not going to use a Fire Punch, and he doesn't have Ice Punch, right? So we're going to charge up to an Aqua Tail. Going to go ahead and get it off. And that will not really do a lot, but it adds up, especially since Dragon Breath continues to add up, right? We're going to get hit with that Shadow Punch, totally fine, and we actually get hit with another one. I let this go through. I wasn't sure if I could survive it. I didn't think I could, but we do survive it, and we still get off another Aqua Tail. Honestly, I thought my Dragonair was going to go down, but that cost him a shield, so we do successfully take the shield from him, thanks to Dragonair surviving, even though I didn't think it could. So I do bring in my Sealeo and go for the Body Slam. Now I know this isn't going to do much, but he's already almost down. That's why I brought in the Sealeo. And at this point, I think I'm just going to try and feint him down with Powder Snows just to charge up energy. So we have Body Slams, multiple Body Slams ready to go, ready to spam against his next Pokemon, which is actually another Ghost, Banette. And by the way, from what I understand, Banette's good this cup, even though I've never tried it. So let me know what you guys think. He switches out into Dragonair. I didn't think I was going to really win this game because I know he has the Banette in the back and I have the Sealeo, and that's obviously not a good matchup because I don't have Aurora Beam. So I've mentioned it already multiple times, but that's why you want second moves, isn't it? So I do block that Aqua Tail, and then we do successfully feint that Pokemon. He does bring in his Banette. I do go for the Poison Fang, 100% expecting the shield, so I do go for it, hoping that I could get to another Poison Fang. We're actually not able to, but that's okay. I do bring in Sealeo, and I'm going to go ahead and shield this one. We don't want to take a Shadow Ball. Well, we can't take a Shadow Ball. So anyway, I go for the Body Slam. I wasn't sure how many Body Slams I had available. I thought it was a couple, so I do go for one, and we actually don't have the next one ready just yet, so we charge up to it. I thought he might have gotten off a charge move before we're able to, but that's how fast Sealeo is, guys. And Sealeo beating Banette, a Ghost type, with a normal type move. So we will struggle with it in this video and future battles, so you definitely do want that second move. But yeah, I'm just saying it wouldn't have been as close as it was had we had Aurora Beam, but it's okay, it's okay. So for the next match, Kingdra versus Sealeo. We are neutral to those Powder Snow, so I do stay in. We take the Body Slam. That actually does a good amount of damage. And my goal is just to get to an Outrage. I do take this Body Slam as well because I knew I could. So we're going to take it, and then we're going to click on the Outrage, fully expecting him to commit a shield. So let's see if he decides to. He does. So we do take a shield, and then we're just getting ready. I was thinking if I wanted to switch. I decided not to. I decided to let Kingdra go down. I felt like it did its job because we took a shield and did a lot of damage. I bring in a Sealeo of my own. He is going to go ahead and get off a Body Slam. That's totally fine with me because we're able to take it. And I charge up extra energy just to get enough for like another Body Slam or almost another Body Slam, and then we firing off. He actually shields it, and we got to the other body slam, but we're not able to get to it before he gets to his. So I do go ahead and shield that. We could have taken it, but I decided to shield it. I am going to go ahead and go for a body slam and knock out his Sealeo, and let's see what comes in. I was kind of hoping that the Dustclops didn't come in, but let's see if it does. Of course it does, right? If he brings it, why not? He knows I don't have a second move at this point. I bring in my Dragonair. I noticed he lagged a little bit, so I stopped attacking. Not sure if this affected anything. I don't think it did. I'm going to go for an Aqua Tail against his Dragonair out. Excuse me. I was actually, that was a nice switch on his end because I was trying to hit the Dustclops. But anyway, he goes for an Aqua Tail against me. I do go ahead and shield that, and then I feint him down. And then I am going to go ahead and click on the Aqua Tail immediately. Got to get damage onto this Dustclops as soon as possible. Trying to get to another one. We're not able to. And here is the problem, guys. I do not have a Aurora Beam. There is absolutely no way that I could see us beating him with body slams in this situation. He has too much health. He's taking very little damage against the body slams. He's charging up fast. Now, to be fair, if my Aqua Tail from Dragonair went into Dustclops, I think we would have pulled this one off, but unfortunately he switched and caught it with Dragonair. But that's okay. That's okay. It happens. So he is going to go ahead and be able to pick up this game. So very good game. That's what happens when you don't have an extra move, but it's okay. It's not a big deal because he's only practice. Of course, in a tournament, I'm definitely going to have that second move on Sealeo. I love Sealeo, guys. I really do. So I am leading with Blaziken. He leads with Wish Cash. Totally horrible matchup for me. Pulling out a little bit slow on the switch, but anyway, he brings in his Drapion. I was actually surprised to see the Drapion because his has Ice Fang, so we're taking reduced damage. So I actually felt pretty good about the situation. I was expecting the Dustclop switch. Luckily, I guess he didn't bring it with him. So we are just doing tons of damage against that Drapion. Unfortunately, couldn't get to another one before he gets to his. Well, I did get to it, I just couldn't click on it in time. But was successfully able to take that, and then I'm just charging up until I feint down the Drapion. I knew he wouldn't be able to get to another charge move. At least I didn't think he could until we feinted him down with Powder Snow. So he brings in Dragonair. I am going to go for multiple body slams because I can. So we're going to go for another one. And we're going to take both shields, and we actually go for a third. So, hey, that's the power of Sealeo, guys. Sealeo is super spammy, super fast. I love it. I really do. I really love it. So his Dragonair will knock us out. Totally fine. We are up 2 shields. Feeling pretty good. I do bring in Blaziken. I do go ahead and shield this. Maybe I should have brought in the Dragonair. Probably should have, actually. He does go for the Aqua Tail, and he switches out into his Wish Cash. I'm going to go ahead and block this one. And I believe I go for the Blast Burn. Yeah, I go for the Blast Burn because he's out of shields. I could have played this differently. I could have brought in the Dragonair against his Dragonair and feinted him down with Dragon Breath. I probably should have done that, but it's okay. It's okay. He does knock us out with Mud Bomb. I bring in Dragonair and then farm down the Wish Cash. And then he brings in his Dragonair, and I go straight for the Aqua Tail. So we're going to win this game anyway. But I feel like I should have played that differently. But it's okay. We still go ahead and pull off the win. So that was a very good game. Very good game. Felt pretty good in those situations anyway. So we're going to jump into another game, and I do lead with my Blaziken again, and unfortunately it's the same matchup for me. I'm going to pull the switch again, being slow on the switch. He does bring in Dustclops. This time he does have the Dustclops. I think he started to bring it like every game after he realized I was bringing Sealeo every game, because I wanted to focus on, as I mentioned, I wanted to focus on Sealeo. So this is not good for me. I just figured, okay, let's just get as much damage off as possible. It's not going to do much, but at least we could get some damage, right? We can get, it's not much at all, but we might as well play the cards we're dealt with. So we're just going to go for another body slam. And we're just going to continue to spam. As you can see, not doing much, but we got multiple body slams off against that Dustclops. He hits us with a Shadow Punch, and we're just trying to get to another body slam. I believe this is the last body slam we're able to get to. And, you know, I could have switched out at this point. Well, he gets off a charge move. I just wanted Sealeo to go down at this point because I know it can't deal with Dustclops. And we actually don't go down, and then he finishes us off with a Hex. Totally fine. I do decide to bring in Dragonair to try and knock out his Dustclops. So he's going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Punch, and we're going to be able to take it. So I'm just trying to feint him down. I do go for the Aqua Tail because I knew he'd be able to get off another Shadow Punch before I feinted him down with Dragon Breath. So that's why I went for the Aqua Tail. He does bring in his Sealeo. I switch into my Blaziken. He switches into his Wishcash, and this is definitely not a good situation for me. I was hoping he would be slower on the switch, but he wasn't. You know, he's a good player. You know, he is. So we're going to go ahead and shield this one up. And we don't want to take that Mud Bomb. Well, it's not that we don't want to. It's that we can't take it. So I'm not going to. I think I go for a Blaze Kick. Yeah, I go for the Blaze Kick to try and take a shield. Trying to do something. Going for another Blaze Kick. Hoping to take the second shield. But at this point, I really wasn't feeling confident. We do take both shields, but I don't think it matters. We're going to go ahead and get hit by this Mud Bomb. It will knock out Blaziken. We bring in Dragonair, and he's going to go for a charge move. I was expecting a Mud Bomb. Might as well get off as much damage as possible right before I could feint him down. We do feint him down, but we're literally at like 2 HP. I click on the return. It's just not going to be enough, unfortunately. We're going to go for it. And he's just going to feint us down. So he does go ahead and pick up that game. So that was a really nice game. At least I tried to salvage that situation, you know, with that bad lead. I tried to. Didn't work out, but games are not always going to work out in your favor. It happens, right? So for the next game, I lead with my Venomoth, and he leads with his Sealeo. So I am just charging up as much as possible. I do click on the Silver Wind. I wanted to get damage off on him. Was not expecting a shield. No reason to try and bluff. He does not shield as I expected, so he's going to go ahead and go for the Body Slam. We could take it. He actually has back-to-back Body Slams, so nice farming up. And we're going to be able to take it, except I don't think I'm going to get to a Poison Fang. No, I am not. So I do bring in a Sealeo of my own. I figured I would just try and feint him down. I could have feinted him down with Dragonair, I guess. But I figured, okay, let's just try and feint him down. I do go ahead and go for the Body Slam, though, because I was afraid. I didn't want to take multiple Body Slams from him because I knew he'd be able to get to it. So originally I was planning on farming him down, but then I decided to just click on the Body Slam. He brings in the Dustclops. As you can see, he knows that's a counter to me. I bring in Dragonair. He brings in a Dragonair of his own. I do go for the Aqua Tail. You know, I figured maybe this would catch a shield. And it does. So we do take his shield. And he goes for a charge move of his own. I am going to go ahead and follow suit and shield. So it is an Aqua Tail. We are going to be able to feint him down. That was weird. I don't know what happened there, but we do manage to feint him down with Dragonair. Now, my Dragonair, as I've mentioned before, is a rank 34, so it's a really good Dragonair. Usually, it survives the mirror match. We do go for the Aqua Tail, and he's going to go ahead and shield it. And then I bring in my Sealeo, and there is absolutely no way we're going to be able to feint down this Dustclops with Body Slams. But as I always like to say, never give up. So we're going to go for it. We're not giving up. We're not quitting. We're not forfeiting. We know we're not going to win, but we're still going to fight until the bitter end, you know. So he is going to get off Shadow Punches against my Sealeo. I'm not going down. I think I just don't go for Body Slams, though. And, yeah, he's just going to go for his charge move. Going to be a Shadow Punch. We actually survived that, and he's just going to knock us down with Hex. So could I have won that if I had Aurora Beam? The thing is, I don't know how much Aurora Beam does to Dustclops, so I don't know. But either way, for the next game, I lead with Victor Bell. He leads with his Tentacruel. I'm okay with the situation. He actually switches into Sealeo. I was really surprised about that. We're doing a lot of damage to that Sealeo. I do take this attack. It is going to be a Body Slam. And we're just able to we try to feint him down. Now, I could have went for the Leaf Tornado and knocked him out before he knocked me out, or take a shield, but I didn't do that because I thought I'd be able to feint him down before he feinted me, but that wasn't the case. So we both go down at the same time, and then we both bring in a Pokemon, him Tentacruel, me Dragonair. He hits me with an Acid Spray. Definitely don't want to shield that one up. I do go for a return against his Tentacruel, so let's see what happens. He is going to go ahead and shield that. Probably wants to try and knock me out. That's fine. I do go for an Aqua Tail. I didn't want him to get off another like acid spray and just like knock me out. So we do take a shield, and as you can see, it looked like a CMP tie. So that, I guess it was a good thing I did that. And then he does hit me with another acid spray and knock me out. I bring in Sealeo right now. I do go for the body slam because I didn't want him to get to an acid spray and lower my defense on Sealeo. So I didn't want to risk it. He brings in Dragonair, and feeling pretty good. I have 2 shields. We could block the Aqua Tails, and we go for a body slam against his Dragonair. And he's doing a lot to us, but we're also doing a lot to him, and we are not going to be shielded. You know, our charge moves are not going to be shielded because he has no shield. So we knock out the Dragonair and take that game. So that was another very good game. Wow, 25 minutes in already. So we're going to jump into one more battle, guys. Just one more for this video. And let's see what happens. As I said, let me know in the comments down below what you like more, Lapras or Sealeo, or are you undecided so far? But anyway, he brings in his Dusclops. I do decide to stay in because I knew a Blast Bird would do a lot of damage to this guy, so I do decide to stay in. And I do go for a charge move. Let's see if I go for Blast Burn or try to bait with the Blaze Kick. I do try to bait, and it successfully worked for me. So I am going for, I believe, the Blast Burn this time. So I am going to go ahead and shield up the Shadow Punch because I do want to get a Blast Burn off. So I believe I did go for the Blast Burn this time. As I did, he does go ahead and shield it though, so that's fine. At least we took both of his shields for one of mine. Although he is going to be able to feint us down. No, never mind. I shielded. I shielded because I was pretty confident I could get to another Blast Bird, as I do. So that's why I shielded it. Totally fine. And this does knock out the Dusclops, I believe. Yes, it does. So you can see how much damage that did. So Blaziken, something that you shouldn't take for granted. I mean, it's actually a really powerful Pokemon. When I used it before, I had Fire Spin. I forgot to switch it to Counter. So for this video, I do have Counter on it. For right now, I have my Dragonair against his Quagsire. I am going to go for Aqua Tails. He does go for Charge Move. I was hoping Stone Edge, but I think it's an Earthquake. Yeah, of course he would go for Earthquake. We survive it though, but unfortunately, he knocks us out, and he has energy ready to go. So Sealeo not going to be able to take these that well. It is a Stone Edge, and as you can see, super effective. Does a lot to us. We knock him out, so we charge up a little bit, and then he brings in his Drapion. So I am going to go ahead and go for the Body Slam, and this is actually a close game. Because he has Ice Fangs, he's not getting to his charge moves fast, so I'm like, there's actually a chance I might actually win. So I do go for the Body Slams, and I'm trying to get to one more. Unfortunately, he's able to get to his charge move before I'm able to, but it was super close, and he does knock me out and take this game. So very good games, and that will be it for this one, guys. I will see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, check out one of my other videos that you'll probably enjoy.